What's up guys, Express on here and I'm back with another tutorial. Now this time we have another anime bandit. I know this becomes a lot and I'm going to begin doing less anime banners in the future. Maybe once a month something anime related, but that means less speed-arts of anime, less tutorials of anime. I just want to head in the direction of more designing, less anime. I love the anime community and I love watching anime. I'm a big fan myself, but I think I want to be pushing that a bit back because a lot of my fans, my new fans recently, are from the anime video. I'm not gonna delete them or anything, they're just still gonna be up there, but I'm just gonna make less of them and trying to get some more attention on just designing and trying different things. But yeah, that's just a heads up before I start in this tutorial. Now before I start, again, little conversation. I put in my Discord a voting system, not really a voting system, just put a picture and asked you guys what you wanted to see in the next tutorial, and you guys said this Darling in the Franxx bandit, and I'm going to recreate that. The only problem is that text I made with Blender, and I recently made a 3D text tutorial. I'm going to do that again. I don't think that is good enough. I'm still learning Blender as well in the process, so that was a bit hard making a tutorial and still learning a lot. But either way, I'm going to make that same 3D text but in Photoshop. Just all that out of the way, let's start with the tutorial. I'm going to just put some time codes in as well, so you skip the intro and now here at the tutorial, and now the 3D text and then the rest of the band. Anyways, let's just start with the text. Now the thing is you want to do is just get yourself a color. I'm going to go in the same direction as the Darling in the Franxx one, just red and Darling in the Franxx, of course. I'm going to just type Express. There you go, and I'm going to use the font one slice. I think it's one slice, one slice. Yeah, the link will be in the description, so you can download that as well. The size of this Twitter header is 3000 on 1000 pixels. So you just click new, boom, 3000 on 1000, and just make that as what it is. There you go. That's my banner size. So what you want to do is just duplicate your layer, and that's by Ctrl J. Pressing Ctrl J and you duplicated your layer. Then go to the bottom layer, double click on the bottom layer, just go to color overlay and choose a nice darker color that you have. So I'm going to take a dark red, so it's a bit brown, but it has a nice color. So you want to move that down with just the arrow keys, or just you want to move that down, I don't know what you want. Then press Ctrl T so you can edit it. So hold in Alt, hold in the right corner and just drag it to the middle like so. And you want to do something like this. I think this is quite nice, and you want to make a new layer between those two layers. You want to take the same color as the background color, take your polygon lasso tool or your pen tool, whatever you feel more comfortable with, and then you want to just make it 3D. And now here's the question, how do you make it 3D? Well, the first thing you want to do is find the top edge and the bottom edge, or like corner, and you want to fill in this white space like so you have a nice fill in space. And you want to do that with every corner or like piece that doesn't look normal, or like that looks like it needs to be filled in. Like this little piece just needs to be filled in. It doesn't look like it's 3D, if that makes any sense. I don't know. Like this piece as well, just put that around here, and now we can see that is 3D. You want to fill that in as well, because that doesn't make sense. It needs to be filled in as well. You just want to fill that up, just fill those spaces up. I'm just going to speed this process up because I think I did this in another tutorial as well, but for the people who are new to this channel and don't know just how I fill in my space that I selected, just Alt backspace, or you can always use the bucket tool. I get that quite a lot. But yeah, just fill in those spaces so that makes it 3D, and just go around and fill that all up. So what you want to do now for this round edges with the P and the R, you will just want to get a nice simple brush, put the hardness on 100%, put size on 50, 80, something around that, and just want to like brush that side in. I'm gonna make it a bit smaller. There you go, and now from afar it looks way better. It doesn't feel like disconnected at all. So you just want to fill that in with a simple brush. Just take it easy, don't rush it. Like so, don't rush it. It always looks better when it's done carefully. Now what I want to do is just merge the bottom layers, just the back, just with a simple Control E. There you go. E, just the E, not G, not J, E. Yeah, just want to make a new layer and put a clipping mask on top of that. How you make a clipping mask is just hold an Alt and go above that layer and hit that mouse button. So go back to your polygon tool or your pen tool, whatever you want to work with. Select an area and take a brush. I'm going to take a light. Let me just take that color, like a light color. I'm just gonna fill that in. Oh, of course the hardness needs to be on 0, and you want to fill that backspace in, like the light is coming from the back. If you know what I mean with that. I don't know how to like explain that, but let me show you again. Make the brush a bit bigger, and then boom, just color in the back, and you see the 3D text is getting there. So what you want to do is then select the other part. You can definitely see that this text is split in 2 parts, and you want to make sure that that looks that way in the 3D kind of way, like so. You can see there's light coming from that way, and it's lighting up the sides, maybe a bit less on the bottom. You can see the difference there, and that's getting way more attention and way more like detail right there, more lighting, and you want to get that over the whole text. And I'm just going to speed test this process. If you have now, there you go, you lighten up all the right spots. I just want to make sure that the brightness is not too much. I'm just going to lower the opacity by a bit. Now what you want to do is, if you want to change the color, you can also just put a hue and saturation on top of everything. I just want to make it like a more pinkish kind of look, like so. You can see that. Now what I did as well, I just put a picture in it and I give it a stroke, and I just do that as well. I'm going to put everything in a little group. I'm going to duplicate that group and merge that group. Ctrl J and Ctrl E. There you go. There you go. You have your little text. I want to copy the front text, put that on the top. Copy as Ctrl J. You want to hit double click on the top layer. You want to remove the opacity and put a stroke on there. You want to have around the same color but a bit different. Something like that. There you go. You can see the difference. You want to put an inner stroke as well, like 1 with the opacity of a 30. You can see there's a little effect going on. I think you also want to have like an inner glow that's pop, but not too much. There you go. You want to duplicate that again and right click and clear all layer style. You want to right click, clear layer style. Yeah, there you go. And you want to put that in the back. You want to make sure that's a normal layer, so right click and rasterize type, and that's just a normal layer. Don't have to worry about anything about more. Then you want to search up just a darling in the Franks or whatever theme you're going for. Photo, just let me have a little search. Just place that image right in. Make sure that's a clipping mask on just the text you duplicated, like so. You can see that's, just make sure the placement is all nice and right. Just put a gradient map on top of that and make sure it's also in the clipping mask. I give it like a red color as well. I give it like a little shine. I'll show you that as well. Make a new layer. Oh no, don't delete. Make a new layer. Put a clipping mask on top. So go to your brush, make a white brush, click on this little option brush and put the spacing on a 1% or like 0%. Put hardness on 0. Put a hardness on 100%. Yeah, and just make a nice little. I'm gonna make it a bit smaller. And just make a nice little stroke. Make sure it's straight. And just turn that around. How you make a straight line is just hold in shift and just drag your mouse across your screen and then just turn it around with Ctrl T. I'm just gonna turn that around. There you go, like so. I'm going to raise the edges a bit. There you go. Also going to lower the opacity a bit, like so. Want to make a new layer, clipping mask as well. Put it on top of everything. Go to your brush, make a brush hardness 0 again, and pick the spacing again like how it was, like a 7 was that I think. Put the size a bit bigger, and just take another color like a red or what you were working with, and just brush top and the bottom a bit. Put that on a soft light, lower the opacity a bit, and just do that. Make a new layer, clipping mask again, and just take a black and just color in the bottom a bit, not too much. I'll also lower the opacity. Want to do that and make another layer, and just go with the white and just make your brush a bit bigger and click a dab on the top. There you go. Also what I did, I went to filter gallery with the picture, so click on your picture, go to filter gallery. I want to go to paint dubs and press OK. There you go, and you have a little effect right there. There you go. I think that's a nice look as well. You can also, if you don't like the gradient, you can also put a black and white gradient as well, and then I'm going to reverse that a bit and just erase some parts of the black and white gradient. What I want to do as well is just select everything that you just made and put that in a group and call that text. So if you move this layer, you just if you Control T this group, you remove the whole text. So what you want to do now is create the banner, of course. Control J the group and Control E the group as well. Just group isn't visible, just click on the little eye. What I did as well, I made the text a bit, give it a bit of a warp. Okay, so what you want to do is just Control T your text, go to this little icon, click that, go to warp, go to arc, and then move it a bit down so it isn't like disgusting, and like just do it a little bit, like a 5% bend of 4 maybe, yeah, something like that. That it bends a little but not too much, and you see the difference. There you go, that is it. Then you want to put it on the sides or the middle or whatever you want to go with this banner, and then just go and find yourself a nice couple of renders. Once you find a nice couple of pictures, just put them in your work. This one, I don't know, I kind of like this one, rasterized layer style. I'm gonna remove this little watermark. I'm going to put her there, turn that a bit around, move my text a bit, maybe make it a bit smaller to put it on front. Maybe we're gonna change the color of the back. So yeah, something like that. I think that's quite a nice look, not gonna lie. Maybe we're gonna change the color of the text with a hue and saturation. Make sure it's a clipping mask. That's not really what I'm going for. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna change the color a bit. So we're going to filter camera raw, but make sure your text is selected and go to camera raw filter. I want to have the same color as your render, and that's where you have to go for. So just you have to make it a bit, what color do I have to make it a bit more pinkish. You want to duplicate your text, go to filter gallery, and you want to go to paint tubs. Or you want to first go to cutout, press OK, then put your opacity a bit down, so you have this little effect that I like. I don't know about you guys, but I like that effect. Want to merge that again, Ctrl J your text again, go to filter gallery again, and then go to paint dubs again. Press OK, make sure the opacity is a bit lower. There you go, and you have this little effect that I quite like. Merge those two layers again, duplicate your text, make the back one a bit bigger. That's what I did, and I put a gradient map on top of that, just a black and white one. There you go, merge those two layers, Ctrl E, and put it on a normal. Put the opacity a bit down, like a 26, and I'm gonna erase the side parts a bit. Like so, I think I'm gonna make it a bit smaller. Also, what I want to give is I'm going to want to give the text a drop shadow. So make it a nice size. I'm going to give it a same color as the character, so like a dark purple-ish. Okay, and that's what I want. Something like that. I think that looks nice, not gonna lie. I think we're getting there, we're almost getting there. I'm going to move it a bit more to the side and this bit up as well. I'm gonna go to my process pack. So if you don't have the process pack yet, make sure you download it. The link is in the description and it's on my store. Okay, you want to head over to textures and you want to get like a nice texture like so, like this one. Put it in your work, put that maybe on a screen, like you see this little grudge effect, put it on top of everything. Okay, we're going back in the textures and we're going to look for another nice texture. I think maybe this one, the noise texture. Maybe put it on exclusion, put the opacity way down so you have this little line going on there. And that's mainly what I did. Now you want to go to your brush, go make a new layer below your character, go with a bright color of the character and just put a couple of dots next to her like so. Then you want to make a new layer, take a darker color of her character, like a dark red or something, and put it on the other side of the character, so you have a clear difference of the dark side and the light side. I want to put the opacity a bit less of both of them like so. Okay, what I also want to do is put a gradient map on top of the character, like a basic gradient, black and white. I'm gonna remove a couple of parts of the gradient. So what you want to do is go over to your brush, take a black color and just click on your gradient like so, and you have a little gradient effect. Take the same color as your text and put some couple of dots on top of everything except the textures, so like so. Put that on a normal and just lower the opacity a bit. I'll make it a bit bigger like so. I think I'm gonna maybe make the text a bit bigger as well. You know what also would be a nice touch in my opinion? I have this little stars that I recently downloaded, and maybe that we can use that for something. Those little stars, I'm gonna rasterize the layers. Just look up sparkling transparent anime stars and you will have the same result. I'll put the link in the description, don't you worry. I'm going to cut out this one and I'm going to cut out this one as well. Now I'm going to make them color overlay, and yeah, that brown color with a outer glow of a nice like pink reddish like so. Size right there and opacity around something like that. You just put them where you want to. I'm going to maybe make this one smaller. There you go. Maybe I should make one like another color, see how that looks. It is also nice. Maybe like change this one also to white, and let's stay this one to black. I think that has a nice look as well. And I'm going to put some random stars everywhere on this banner. It's a different style than the other one, but I just think that has a nice look on it. Just now on the other side I wanted to make like a more gray, darker side, so let me just do that. Make a new layer and below everything and just make it the left side, just color it in dark. Okay, then duplicate your anime character. Where is it? Ctrl J, move her horizontal and move her, make it really big. Turn her a bit around, make sure that she fits and everything. Okay, and put that on the luminosity. I think I put it on. I removed her opacity a bit. I went to filter and I think I went halftone pattern. Yeah, put it like on the linear light. What I also did is I copied the text, so just go to the text, copy it and make it way bigger, like a lot bigger, something like so. Put it on top of everything. Make sure it's a normal layer, so right click, rasterize layer style. Okay, and then I went to the not that, went to the layer style, just change the style of it to, oh no, I think it's saturation. Yeah, saturation, and I put the opacity a bit down, and then just colored out the middle parts and the character, of course. Okay, we're almost getting there. Just give it a bit more color, so just go to color of your text or whatever, or from the character, and just give it a couple of splashes on your banner. The opacity a bit less. Now just merged everything that you just did. Make sure it's a duplicate, so Ctrl J, Ctrl E, so everything is duplicated and merged. So what you want to do is just select your whole work, layer via cut, delete the other part that you don't need, Ctrl J again and go to filter, filter, camera raw filter, and we're gonna pop out this banner way more than it is already. Go to basics, put up the contrast, put up the exposure a bit, not too much, the highlights as well. Go to clarity, put that up, and okay. Go to details, put a sharpen it a bit. Go to the color mixer, and now I'm going to make it a bit more orangey. Okay, like so. Going to put this up a bit. Just follow along if you're doing the same thing, but otherwise I would try to do a different thing. I don't know. Then I'm going to calibration, red primary a bit to the right, green primary a bit to the right as well, and blue primary a bit to the left. Okay, there you go. I think that looks way better. Merge those layers, Ctrl J, go again, camera raw filter, go back to presets, and whatever you want. I think cool light also looks great. Red lift, let's put on cool light and change the hue and saturation to a like so. Okay, I think that looks really nice, not gonna lie, we're getting there. And also I put some more text, Japanese text. Let me get a nice font, of course, on the right bottom of the text. Maybe give that a little drop shadow, little one though, and a little outer glow as well. There you go. I think that looks pretty nice, not gonna lie. Okay, we're almost getting there. I'm going to give the character a sploosh on top again, and the sides I'm going to make them a bit darker as well. I'll merge those layers. Now we're almost getting there to the end project. I hope you guys are enjoying this video so far. So what you want to do is just Ctrl J, go to filter, filter, blur, Gaussian blur, just blur it 2.1, go to your brush, make it a bit smaller, like 800, and just erase the middle part so the edges are blurred out. I think that has a nice look, I don't know why, but it just does. And Ctrl J again, go to filter, noise, add some noise to give that grain effect that I think looks nice on this banner. Then merge those layers again, Ctrl J. What you want to do is just, you know, give that a glitch effect a bit. Maybe a purple glitch effect would look nice. And then, oh, wrong layer. You need to do that with the top layer. Move the G and move that a bit to the left, to the right. Like so. I think that looks really nice. This is way better than the previous one, I don't know. Anyways, what you also can do is just merge everything. Ctrl J, go to filter, filter, gallery again, and put for the last time some paint tubs on top of it. And lower the opacity a bit. And there you go, there you have your banner. I hope you enjoyed this anime style banner. I'm going to make a monthly video of top 5 designs, and you guys can submit your designs by Discord, and I'll have a look at it. What I want to do is just show them their work, because there's a lot of great work on Discord that I just want to show you. And yeah, just go on my Discord. I'm gonna make a separate channel where you just put in your designs every month, just one or whatever you make in that month, just put it in there, and I'll have a look at my top 5 and then put it in a video, and then just talk about what I like, what you should improve, and then with your, of course, with your YouTube or Twitter or Instagram, whatever you want to promote as well. I'll contact you as well if I can use that work in my video, and your socials as well. So I hope you guys are interested in that idea, and I'm going to probably do that as well in the near future. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.